Every time I try to point the finger at AI, it just points 6 fingers back at me. What's going on, YouTube? Every so often, an ESO topic will just fall into my lap. People will be commenting about it, asking about it, and I thought to myself, let's talk about it in today's video because I was on Reddit, which, granted, probably not very healthy for me, and a new player had just asked, do I genuinely need to be worried about being banned? Now, thankfully, when I saw this, I also saw there were some developer responses, and we actually know what's causing some of these bans, but it's a pretty recent sentiment where people on Reddit are like, do I need to be worried about getting banned on ESO? They're either brand new like this person is, 3 weeks in, and he sees some comments mentioned that people were getting falsely banned. So let's talk about that in today's video. Now, unfortunately, going to Reddit to get advice on something controversial is a bit like going to prison and asking for legal advice. Now, granted, most people at the jail do have some experience in trials, but I don't know if that's the experience you want. But to the credit of this comment section, they're actually pretty responsive and helpful that seems like it's pretty much overblown. And fun little fact about me, so I obviously have opened this up to people. If you get banned or you have an issue and you need me to put your ticket forward, you can send it to me and I could try to help get you a customer service response. But the people that I have helped with this in the past, notably, didn't have their ban overturned and deserved to be banned. So you never really know when somebody says, hey, I got banned for this reason. Well, who knows? As somebody who worked for Child Protective Services for 5 years, this may shock you, but people will lie, especially biological parents when they dislike the other biological parent. Oh, this thing happened. They'll be like, oh, no, that thing happened. And it's just the back and forth. But let's talk about why some people actually are getting banned, because I think this is actually really helpful knowledge to know, because I didn't even know that this was causing such a big kerfuffle. And here it is from Zoss Kevin himself. Now, he says, hello, everyone. We want to take a moment to address an enforcement action regarding the use of unauthorized third-party software in our game. We recently took action against 57 accounts found using unauthorized third-party software, specifically a program known as FishyBot or FishyBot ESO to automate gameplay. These accounts have been permanently banned following a thorough investigation from our safety team. We want to remind everyone that the use of bots, scripts, automation tools, or unauthorized, unapproved third-party software is a violation of the terms of service and code of conduct. We are committed to maintaining a fair and secure environment for all players and will continue to monitor and enforce these policies. So, importantly, I know somebody who actually was banned for using this add-on, which was FishyBot. Now, don't ask me what FishyBot is. No idea. Probably shouldn't install it. But he was a brand new player. When he came to ESO, he saw people who recommended, hey, here's like 20 add-ons. Go get all these bad boys. And unfortunately, that was one of them. And he ended up getting banned. Now, his ban was actually overturned because I'm sure that they were able to see that he really wasn't doing anything with it. But all of that to say, just be a little bit careful on what add-ons you're downloading. I'm hoping by the time the add-ons come to console, we won't have that problem because they'll have all been kind of weaved through, like they're a little bit safer, if they can make it to the console platform. But I do think this is a pretty big problem because I think a lot of people have stopped talking about like what add-ons are good for new players, and they just get these lists from, Reddit, and whew, that's probably where we're in a bit of a sticky pickle that we're in, is that, they're getting a little bit of a bad advice. Now, there's something else going on that I want to kind of bring people's attention to. People are still deathly afraid of AI, and I understand it. Skynet potentially could be coming for our jobs, but a lot of people are confusing AI as well as other just naturally existing things. For example, Microsoft has this, so we're not even going to talk about Zoss here. So if I was send a message, let's say my friend David's not online, but say I message David, you ain't got no thumbs, you ain't got no maidens, and I used one of the 13 words that gets any YouTube video demonetized, I would be automatically com banned from Microsoft. That's not AI. That's a script that's like, if this, then this. And there's a lot of that in ESO, where if something specific happens, you will get banned. This actually happened to a creator recently because they had an add-on that was actually malfunctioning, and it looked like to the server that he was sending like 10,000 messages a second So he was auto banned because there's probably some sort of statement that says, if a player is somehow sending 10,000 messages in this period of time, ban them. That's not AI. If AI was listening right now, I can tell you for a fact that all these players in front of me would be raptured into the ether and their souls destroyed. They would be stored in black soul gems, never to be released to the public again. If AI was smart and listening, would not be happening. I remember when we were on stream, we came to Riften and we immediately heard the gamer words that I was like, oh, did we turn off voice? Let's turn that off, everybody. Thank you for coming. I also want to point out something that I think gets a lot of people confused. So this individual I've seen talk about their band, and I'm glad that they had updated at the bottom that they were given an apology and 3,500 crowns compensation. But a lot of people think that you can't automate and use third-party software on an Xbox. If that was untrue, you wouldn't see thousands of bots inside of the starter zones. So it definitely still does happen. My assumption is because if you go to PC, you see significantly less botting activity. That's for two reasons. One, the currency on there is just worth significantly less. So botting is just doesn't really, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. The second reason is I think it's a lot easier to ban people on those platforms. I think it's easier to set up different monitoring activities to prevent it from happening. This individual was banned by picking up a bunch of resources in an area and then was subsequently banned on top of it. A lot of people don't think that ZOS bans those bots. The problem is that with the way that Xbox is set up, you can pretty much just keep making infinite accounts and there's no incentive not to. Like they can't easily go and, you know, ban the console itself. It's a lot harder to take enforcement action past, hey, you're banned, you know, from the game. So that's where botting is a pretty big problem on console. So I do know people who were caught up in that. He does make an interesting point too. Content creators who was unbanned only after a day of submitting their ticket and received 6 months of ESO Plus and 3,000 crowns as compensation, which I'm not sure if that's actually true or not, because you would think that they would already have ESO Plus. But anywho, and, you know, I think that if there was a mistake, there should be an apology that's given to people. I'm not, you know, saying that there shouldn't be. But also, too, if you are in a situation where you find yourself unfairly banned, what I would suggest is that you can give the ticket number to me and then I can push it forward. Say, hey, this is what happened. And then I could push it forward, especially if you play on Xbox, because most of the time, if you're banned on Xbox, something weird probably happened. Oftentimes, if you're banned on PC, it's usually due to an add-on doing something stupid. Now, whether or not you knew the add-on was something stupid or whether or not you just were recommended it is completely up to you. But the main reason I wanted to do in this video is just dispel this rumor that AI is just going through, is reading all our conversations and doing all this stuff. It's not doing that. And if it was, I guarantee you, my proof is that I know significantly more people who would be banned because they're using words that the AI probably would try to send a SWAT team to their house. So do not worry, you know, about AI going through and reading your private messages and other stuff. I think oftentimes what happens, because I've seen this, is that, you know, somebody made a typo and they accidentally, they were trying to type flag, did not put the L in it, and then immediately, you know, they had received a ban later that day. That's not AI. That's just the game saying, ooh, this is a bad word. We need to suspend this person temporarily. So all of that to say, I don't think that you should be in fear for your ESO character's safety, but I will open it up. If you get a ticket and you feel like you're unfairly banned, send it to me and I'll see what I can do to help. I personally have never been banned on ESO, although I have inadvertently gotten somebody banned because I was scammed like 7 or 8 years ago, like back when crown gifting was like first a thing, and I reported it because you can actually report people who scam on ESO, and then they got banned. That's the only experience I have personally with the ban system, but I also have both thumbs, so to me, the game recognizes that I'm human because I play with both my thumbs. So thankfully, they recognize that I'm not Skynet. Now, my friend David, poor guy's getting banned every other day. You know, poor guy can't even figure out how to do captcha test. But everyone, thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to enter is leave a comment in the comments below /like on the video, and as many likes and comments as you so choose to. Second thing is just make sure that you're subscribed. We're 101 subscribers away from 31K, so be in the next 101 subscribers to subscribe, please. We talk about recent stuff going on. We do a wide variety of content. And the third thing is look for a hidden word be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person and find and comment that word, you will win. And in the month of June, we'll be doing a hidden word on every single ESO upload. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again. Have a fantastic Sunday. So I'll be going to work later, so wish me luck, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.